So I imagine you were pretty happy with what you saw out there.
Yeah, except for that last drive in the first half. In the first drive of the second half, where we tried a couple different things there. We kind of let off the gas late in the first half, but we'll focus on the positives. I mean, the majority of that first half, we had several big plays. Just like we talked this week, the key last week was big players stepping up, making big plays at big times. And you can look and say great play call to call that dump down to Jake, but on 3rd and 15, it was kind of a safe call. Just give him a chance, and then he breaks it off. Tyler's getting more and more confident every week at quarterback. The lines feel more and more comfortable together. Four seniors and a sophomore. We're gelling together a little bit more. We talk big plays all the time. Time of possession is kind of an old school stat that we're not real concerned with. We want to make as many big plays as we can and really get that momentum rolling on our side of the ball.
Well, you definitely did that. You had back-to-back drives late in the first half, which were one-play scoring drives. One of the guys who made a lot of those big plays was Mitchell Nelson. Tell us about his night.
Yeah, he had a big night. He caught the ball well, and caught and ran well. A lot of times we like to throw it to him deep, let him run underneath. Tonight we threw it to him short and let him use his wheels. Put him in the backfield for one and just handed it to him and he broke it. He ran a kickoff back or punt back, whichever it was. I can't even remember right now. They got called back for a penalty. In the very next play, we handed it to him and he ran it back anyway. So he's just an athlete. You look at all the sports he's involved in. He's a dynamic athlete. We need to get him the ball as often as we can, try and get him in space. Kind of take the load off Tyler and Jake sometimes, and make us a little tougher to defend. Hopefully. When
you put him in the backfield and handed it off to him, is that something new that you're working on?
Yeah, we're always trying to add wrinkles. We don't want to be easy to game plan for. I mean, that's part of what we take pride in is taking advantage of what the defense is going to give us and trying to make ourselves very difficult to defend. So anytime you can throw a new formation, a new ball carrier, some new stuff at somebody else to have to worry about, the harder it is to game plan.
And Tyler Reboff, another big game, probably his biggest as far as putting the ball in the end zone so far in his young career. 4 scores on the night. How would you evaluate his play?
He made good decisions with the ball. Early on, we called the pop pass just because we knew we had a little bit of a cushion, and Mitchell made a man miss and ran in the end zone. Later on, we used Mitchell kind of as a decoy to throw it to Josh deep. Threw a great deep ball. Josh ran underneath it. Then later on we had the screen pass where he looked off the defense long enough to get it to Jake, and Jake did the rest of the work with his legs. And then he also threw that great deep ball to Josh, later on in the night. So, kind of couple dump downs, a couple deep balls. He did what he was asked of, and his playmakers went out and made big plays for him.
Talking with Sean Birks, co-head coach for the Audubon Wheelers. He runs the offense. Coach, coming into the game tonight, was there any concern of maybe a letdown a little bit with obviously the Ag Bowl? There were obvious reasons to be fired up for that. Ikea Manning, not too hard of a game to get up for. Are there any concerns coming into this one early on?
Not really, because tonight's what really matters. We could have gone 0-2 in those non-district games, and it wouldn't have had any effect on our playoff hunt. We're 0-0 coming in tonight, looking for that playoff berth. And it's district play, it's the regular season. We came up with all sorts of things to call it, because this is what matters. If we went 2-1 with our 2 non-district wins, we're going to be very happy. If we went 1-2 with 2 non-district losses and the district win, that's what we need to do. So it was great we got HSTW, it was great we got ICAM Manning, but we want to win the district, and it started tonight.
Is this team exceeding expectations so far?
We have high hopes for our teams. We didn't know how HSTW would go. We knew they were going to be a quality team. The same with ICAM Manning. Coming in tonight with Griswold, they were a younger team, and we had beaten them last year. So we definitely thought if we stayed focused, if we got jacked up for the game, we'd be able to score some points. Stopping them defensively is always tough. We thought, it might have to be a shootout. But, the guys showed up hungry and ready to go, and that first quarter was big to get. Because last week against ICAM Manning, we didn't come out quite as fired up. For whatever reason, they kind of controlled it early on before we got our feet underneath us. But tonight I was very happy with how we jumped out in front.
Logan Magnolia was up big on St. Albert, the last that we'd seen here. Obviously, if there were one game in the district that you were maybe going to pencil, obviously you're probably going to say one game at a time, but Logan Magnolia's got to be one you've been looking forward to.
Yeah, they beat us. They beat our brains in a little bit last year physically, and then kind of ran away with the score. And then they went on to win the state title. Coach Strait does a great job. That entire coaching staff. I don't even know how many assistants he's got under. They have a tremendous staff there. They have the kids well coached, very fundamentally sound. They're aggressive. They're going to come up and hit you. And last year they were the aggressor, and we allowed that. And this year we've been trying to reverse that. We want to be the hammer instead of the nail. Offensively, defensively, special teams, doesn't matter. So we know what we're going to get with them. We know they're going to want to run it down our throats. We know they're going to want to be more physical than us. And we've kind of got that same mentality. We want to be more physical than them. So lot of power on power. They've got some speed. We've got some speed. Should be a big matchup.
Coach Birks, before we let you go here, any other big takeaways from this Week 3 win for your team?
Oh, just really happy the way the defense came out and capitalized on turnovers, and the offense answered quickly with scores. We kept that momentum rolling. We didn't let them, really catch their breath in the first half. We were able to jump on them early and really take advantage of their turnovers and our big playability.
Here's a tough question. Hawks or Cyclones tomorrow?
That's an easy question. Hawks, close.
All right, sounds good. Coach Birks, thanks a bunch.